Hi guys, Jenny Stevens here. So this video I'm going to be talking about how to motivate your team. So I've been asked a few times and asked for some tips and stuff. So what I've done is I've pulled together 6 tips of how to motivate your team that I have tried myself, and I've asked other leaders in the industry about things that they've found and they've found that worked all together for you. So let's get straight into this video and I'll give you those 6 tips. Okay, so tip number 1 is, rather than thinking about how you can motivate somebody else, I want you to just think about turning it on its head. So one of the really important questions you want to be thinking about is how they are motivated. So I remember I asked this question. I did a training course at my full-time job, and it was about developing others, and I asked that question about how do you actually motivate other people, and he gave a really great tip saying, well, and he asked me, what motivates you? And it really made me stop and think, okay, that was a big kind of like light bulb moment. So what I want you to do is go and ask your team what motivates them. So you could do this either by doing a poll, in your Facebook group, or you could do a survey using, one of the free survey things like SurveyMonkey or something. So actually put it to them, ask them what motivates them. Everyone's going to be different, so this is why it's important to ask them. So tip number 2 is to inspire. So rather than necessarily motivating other people, it's actually to inspire them. So be that person that they want to chase and they want to catch up with or overtake or whatever it may be. So this is a really great strategy that I got from Ray Higdon, who suggested this, was, to inspire others. So, if you want your team to go and sell however much product, well, you better go and do that too, or more. If you want your team to be recruiting other team members, well, you better be bringing in team members as well. So really have a think about what you're doing and, be that inspiration that's going to make them want to be like you. So tip number 3 is incentives. So incentives can work really well. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You don't need to necessarily do these every month all the time, but incentives can be a good way to just bring out those competitive people and give people something for their efforts. I quite like a bit of competitiveness and a bit of a, if it's an incentive or recognition or something, I really like that. So if I can see that, maybe I'm 2nd or 3rd or something, it will just help me push a little bit further. So others are going to be like that too. So give incentives, and it doesn't have to be a lot of money. You could just literally be like a Starbucks voucher, buy them a coffee that day. It could be a £5 Amazon voucher. You could buy them a business book. So, especially actually give them a tool to learn for their business, personal development. So tip number 4 is on a similar line in terms of people love recognition. So a bit like incentives, but recognition really helps people's self-esteem. It makes them feel, that self-worth, and just knowing that they're doing a good job, whether it's, we like it in, whether it's in a corporate world or in business world, people like to be recognised for their efforts. So, in our team, we do lots of shout outs, we do a weekly leaderboard. So it's a really great way of doing some of these other tips that I've mentioned. So, you're giving the recognition, you're giving a bit of competitiveness, because if people can see that leaderboard, they might think, I want to be on that leaderboard, right, I better buck up my ideas a bit for the rest of the month and try and get on there. So yeah, shout outs, leaderboards, just lots of well done. Really just pay attention to your team and what they're doing. If you're seeing that someone's really going above and beyond, then let them know that, and it will really make them feel great. And yeah, just feel that worth, and that's just only going to help motivate them to keep going. Tip number 5 is, so I dealt with a business coach last year, and one thing that she really helped me understand was actually one of the best ways to learn is by teaching. So this is what I'm doing as well in my own business, is I'm teaching others what I'm learning, and it just helps me just go that extra mile. So I want you to do the same thing. So why not ask, if you've got a couple of people that maybe are just struggling a bit, or they're really great at what they're doing, but maybe they just lack a bit of confidence, whatever it may be, ask a few people in your team to actually help you. So you're going to be making them feel like they're helping you. Two, you're going to actually be giving them a task, and so they're going to want to do their best. So it could be, asking them to help you run the group for a day or for an afternoon or whatever it may be. It could be doing a co-hosted training. So, you could be doing a training call that week or that month or whatever it may be and have a certain topic. So why not ask other people to actually help you co-host that call? And then again, they're going to more than likely want to do a good job for you and for the team, so are going to go out and research and find all the things that they need to do a good job, and in turn that's going to help them again learn more skills, more techniques, whatever it may be, for that training, and then they can then use in that business. So, and the final tip number 6, is actually, again, it's on that same line. So it's about training. So sometimes it might not be how to motivate your team. It might not be motivation's the problem. Somebody might be so motivated, but they just haven't had that enough training in something. So really make sure that you're plugged into them, make them feel comfortable that they can come and ask you to say, look, I'm stuck for help, I just need some help on this topic. And then, if you're not if you're maybe not the best in that topic, then, refer them to somebody that is, provide the resources for all the different topics. Because when it comes to building a network marketing business and doing direct sales, there's such a broad spectrum when it comes to marketing. So, you can't do everything and nobody expects you to. So, if you see free webinars or you see some free training, share it in your group and say, look, here's this, go and have a look. So hopefully you found this useful. Those are my 6 tips. So if you found this useful and actually maybe you want to plug your team into some free training just to help them get on the right track, then I will give you access to a free training that I found really, really useful. And this is what I helped me to sort of turn things around for me. So I'll pop a link to that bootcamp below. So go and click on that, get plugged in. You can get started straight away, and it's completely free for 10 days. And hopefully that will just really help you, and you can share that with your team as well. So as your team are bringing in new team members, it's a really good almost starter really to just help them get off on the right tracks, so they don't maybe get caught into that sort of spammy world that is just not going to be great for them. So make sure that you're setting up your team with the best possible start for them, then they're going to start off well and hopefully continue. So I'll pop a link for that below, so go and click on that. And I'd also really like to hear your feedback on this training. Hopefully you found this valuable and it was useful. So yeah, I'd really value your opinion. So if you comment below with any feedback, I'll take it on. Or if you're looking for any more sort of training videos, topics you want me to cover, then leave those comments below and I will do that for you. So don't forget that 10-day free training below. And I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.